In this video, we're going to open up another mystery lot of world coins. These are supposed to be all identified, but this dealer's getting lazy. They're not all identified. If you're new to the channel and haven't seen one of these videos before, what I usually find are some really good coins, some really bad coins, and then enough decent coins in the middle to add to my trade pile that make the whole thing worth it. And I find them to be a lot of fun. But what I also find are there tend to be countries that are repeated quite often. In this batch, those countries have been Russia, Thailand, and Canada. So I hope that I don't get too many of those, but I see a Thailand coin right here already. So we're going to jump in and take a look at these 50 coins. I've gotten a lot of coins that have been stapled into cardboard, into these paper envelopes. If I get any of those, I'm saving them for the very end. So we're going to start with a Canadian penny. At least it's George V, but that's not off to a happy start. And we've got a 1968 dime. Now this is looking like silver, so that wouldn't be too bad. Is that 68? I know it's written on the flip, but yeah, I guess that is. Trying to zoom in as much as I can here. That almost looks like a 58. Okay, I looked it up. 1968 was the last year that they made coins out of silver with their 10-cent coin. And they actually started making them out of nickel the same year. And the way you can tell is if it's rated, and I can see it rated on here, it'd be 50% silver. And so that's an exchange value or silver value of 80 cents. So that actually, I like that because it reduces the amount of value I need to get out of everything else on here. All right, let's keep going. This one is going to be something with a hole in it. We've got an older Thailand coin, a 5 satang coin from, on their calendar, 2487. So this is probably 1920s or 30s, and this one is pretty old coin. You don't see these hardly at all like the bot coins, which started in the 50s and 60s and were very common, but I probably don't have that one, so I'm happy about that. I've mentioned that we've gotten a lot of coins from Thailand. If they're good ones like that one, then I'm all for it. Here's another Canadian dime this one is also from 1968. Let me hold it off camera here for a moment. It's still reeded, so maybe the reading doesn't mean that it's silver, but it doesn't look like it's silver. This one looks like the copper nickel version, so I'm going to say that one is not silver. Let's go here, 1947 penny, so don't need many of those. Here's one from Lithuania from 1991, brilliant uncirculated. 10 centu. Let's pull that one out. I might have this one. Now, they say brilliant uncirculated, but it does have a line through it there. But still, this coin is not that common, so that's what I would say one of the better coins in a lot like this. I'm going to save this yellow one because we found in previous videos these yellow envelopes tend to be 200 to 300 years old and very well worn. So I'm going to leave that as a surprise. We've got a Thai coin, and the coin fell out of this one. I can see through that one. So we're just going to take that one out. I lost a coin there, but I don't need too many of those. Here is a Canadian penny with George V. So I'm okay with it. If it's a little bit older like that, that might have people interested in it. Let's pull out here's a coin from Jamaica, 1969, 5 cent with the alligator on it. So I like that design, even though that one's fairly common. George VI penny or cent. This is a very common, probably the easiest coin to find from Taiwan. Don't really like getting those. I've got too many of those already. Elizabeth cent, 1961. British 10 pence, not as common as a 1 pence, but Still, I get way too many of those. And I'm finding it funny here. They're called identified coins, and then this one's not identified. Now, I know what it is. This is the German 10 euro cent coin featuring the Brandenburg Gate. This is featured on the 10, the 20, and the 50 euro cent. The 10's the easiest to find. Another George VI cent from 1946. Now, I might have to go back and see if there are any varieties on any of these, but generally those are not very exciting. That one was Elizabeth from the 60s. Another one from 1945. Let me just, okay, 1945 on that one. Definitely not silver on this one. Let me just check the reading on that one. No, that one's reeded too. So the reading is not a way to tell whether it's silver or not. Let's try another envelope. The envelopes tend to be better unless they're stapled with Russia coins inside. This one's going to be an Italy 500 lira that they say they would charge $2 for this one. Something like that has promise, and it turns out it's just the standard circulating 500 lira. So not quite as exciting as I was hoping on that one. I see a coin here that's labeled 1905. Okay, this is a good one from Belgium. There are two versions of the most Belgium coins where they say Belgique or Belgique. This is the Belgique version. KM52, 10 centimes, copper nickel. So I definitely prefer the ones where they have lots of details on it. A coin like this is probably going to be an upgrade to something already in my collection. So happy about that one. We've got a Thai baht. This is the newer version of the baht. I mentioned this in the last video like this. King Rama IX has two different portraits. This is the older portrait where he's looking almost completely to the right. You barely see his glasses. There's another one where he's younger that lasted more decades, that you can see more of his glasses, but he's still looking to the right. But that is a fairly common coin. I don't need any more of those. But it's better that it's the older baht. Let's see if this one compares. Now this is still the newer design, but that one's a little bit more well worn. Another one from Canada. Oh, we've got another silver dime. They even wrote "sil" because they're too lazy to spell out silver. But getting these, always a good thing. 1960 on this one. They put a price of $3 on that. But yeah, I'll take a silver dime every day out of here. Okay, so the silver coins in 1968 were 50%, but before that they were 80%. So this is going to have a silver content of 0.0600. They were really nice and exact with the silver weight of their coins. So we're looking at a coin that's has $1.30 worth of silver content on here. So we've got two of these now, and so that's $2 of our $10 just in these two silver coins. Let's look at this one here from Kazakhstan, because that's a former Soviet country that we don't see as often. 201K, is that a year? $2, 20 tenge. So far, the variety on this one seems to be better than some of the previous two bags. I guess that is a date of 2014. Okay. And then a 20 tenge. So, yeah, that's a good one for trade because you don't see that country very often. Here we have a 2 baht in brilliant uncirculated. Pull this one out, and there you have the newer portrait. And the castle, which appears on the back. So those are not too common. Glad to get one of those. So here's a coin that they've labeled as Siam, and so I was looking this up earlier if there's any difference. I actually picked up this bag because I saw the word Siam written on a flip, and I was trying to figure out if that made anything about the coin different, or if it's just the fact that Thailand used to be called Siam, but it's really the same country. Let's open this up. We've got another copper. Doesn't want to focus today. In their language, I can always not tell which side is up, and I wonder if that's supposed to be a snake, or is it just a kind of a stylish design on here. So this is a Satang from 1935. They've written on here that it's extra fine and AU condition, so also putting a value of $1.35 and $1, so I guess it's based on which grade you want to give that one. So that one's nice. Here's a pretty common German 1 mark coin, worth 50 cents, 1950. We'll say that's one of the earliest years of this 1 mark with a D mint mark. Let's see, what's this one here? Another German coin. This one is more desirable, even though it has a smaller value, 1924. 2 Reichspfennig. They say bronze for the metal on here. This one might be an upgrade in my collection. They say it books for $1.50. Another Italy 500 lira that they price at $200. I mean, $2. Same as the last one. Another Canadian dime. This one's actually a commemorative dime. So it's got 2 dates on it of 1867 to 1992. So this celebrates the 125th year of the Canada Confederation, or since when Canada became their own country. So it's not just a common version of that coin, but it's a 1-year circulating coin. Here we have a 51 from South Korea. I'll pause for a moment and say that this particular dealer has a huge bin full of these coins and flips, and if you find one that said free on it, you could get one as long as you purchased a coin out of there. So I guess they didn't want to throw it in there, and they wanted just to have them put them in my bag instead. But really nice condition. But South Korea was the country that I got most coins from the last go round, so I probably don't need any more of those. Here's an older British-controlled India coin from 1907, half a pice, with probably didn't have this one, Edward VII, half pice, KM 500. That one probably does book for about $1. So that's a good one in here. Oh, we've got another silver dime. This one's from 66, another one that's worth $1.30 in silver value. So now just those 3 coins, 3 silver, we're up to $3.30 of silver out of this $10 bag. So it's going to be hard for this bag not to be worth it. The first one was kind of a dud. The second one was a big mystery. Although if we keep getting these bot coins, then that's not so exciting. 77 dime. Looks like a farthing here. Look down at the date, 1909, I think. So we've got another Edward VII. One in here, KM 792. Probably does book for $1.50. Here's an old school flip right here. The big square flip. Again, they wrote Siam on here. So this is a bot from 1962. Bot, in case you're wondering how that was spelled, B-A-H-T. So this is the look of the bot, I think, when early in the reign of Rama the Ninth. That's pretty good. That one, possible upgrade in my collection. Another one labeled UK. Oh, we've got a £1 coin. So that's worth $1.10 in foreign exchange value if I could figure out how to cash it in. I'm not going to Britain anytime soon. 1990. I usually find the ones from the 80s a little bit more often. That one's in better shape than I usually find the circulating ones. That one's a win. Here's an older 5 centavos coin that they priced at $1, KM 423. We saw the 10 centavo of this design in the last video. Those are pretty good. Here's another Canadian dime. not silver, the first year after silver. Got a 20 euro cent, don't really need these, but it's from Finland, so it's a country that you don't find as often. So that's a good one for the trade pile. Another Canadian quarter. So just the caribou on that one. Save the yellow envelope for the end. Okay, this could be a 1-year commemorative because they mentioned the 8th Asian Games on here. So this might be a good one. There you go, 8th Asian Games, Bangkok 1978. 1 pot. If I remember, I think I intended to purchase, I almost paid a couple of dollars for this coin. Now I'm glad I didn't because I get it. And this is one of those, I think this is King Rama and his wife. So that's a neat coin. I'm happy with this one. This is a good lot, I think. The next one is another 5 baht. This one just says regular, so it's the regular circulating coin. We've gotten about 6 or 7 of those so far. 1963 beaver nickel. Don't need that. Another Thai 2 baht. This one is just like the last one that we saw earlier in this video. Another 5 baht coin. This is the older portrait where you see more of his glasses. Another 5 baht. They've marked this one at $1.25, but it's in good shape. But have too many of those. Saw this one earlier. So we had a bunch of these in the last video. Let me pause and get the staple out. In my last video, we had like 5 or 6 of these coins that were over 200 years old and barely well worn. George II, going from memory, from making the last video, reigned from the 1740s to 1780, I think. And how well worn is it? As well worn as everything from that last video. Yep. I think that side up, so you can see just enough of the portrait to know who it is, and you know the size of the coin makes it a half a pence. But, I mean, hey, I got a coin that was 250 years old or more out of that. This last one is also in yellow envelope, Russia. So in this case, the yellow envelope did not mean very old, but it's just it's just the standard 1 kopeck. We got a, no, wait, this isn't Russia. They got they got it wrong. I made this joke in the last video. Just because it's identified doesn't mean they identified it correctly. This is that's Bulgaria. This is a 1 statinki from 1974, so it's a rarer country. So I guess we didn't get any Russian coins in this video, but we got like 30 of them in the first of these lots. So hope you enjoyed that. These are fun. This was the best one I found so far, although the last one was a really fun video, even though I got a lot of those old but slick coins on them. Lots of coals. All right, I've got 3 more of these videos that I'm going to release over the next couple of months. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.